Welcome back. I'm going to have another go at welding the sill section in place. I'm fortunate with there isn't too much wind tonight. You know, I've been really struggling with the wind. Welding in the open with a very delicate flame is a nightmare. And I'm actually in the open air. I mean, it's a terrace street. So obviously even the mildest winds sort of blow up the street, and it's because it's long terraces, the wind's trapped and it builds up slight pressure. The other thing is the wind goes underneath, it goes underneath the car and it's trapped and it builds up pressure, and the wind leaks around the edges. The pressure sort of blows up the sides here, and the pressure is at its greatest. It's exactly the point I'm trying to weld. If I were welding much higher up on the panels, the pressure would have dissipated but down here it's very difficult. The other thing is obviously heat transfer, heat rises, and when you're welding upside down, the heat obviously is going up. So of course, when you're welding downwards, you can navigate the flame, but a lot of the excess heat comes upwards, so you can really control the heat that you're putting in. Sort of the surrounding heat comes up here. Of course, when you're upside down, you've got the controlled heat, but then you've got the surrounding heat, and it all sort of works against you. So it's very easy to blow holes when you're working upside down, not least on your back in the street in the wind. So anyway, let me see if I can have a better. I'm just making sure I've got everything to hand. I need my glasses, my goggles, and there's an original, I don't know if you can see it, there's another hole here which I'm going to come to later, but there's an original piece of sill here. So what I'm going to do is I've got a small G-clamp. I'm just going to clamp very carefully. I don't want to crush it, but I want to squeeze these two panels together. The new panel, I want to sort of get quite a tight fit. There we go. Against the original. There we go. So I'm going to put a tack just here and a tack there. And once the tacks are in place, I can use a small planishing hammer just to knock it all into place. Because there's a tack there and a tack there. The heat distortions caused a very slight, you can see the camera can see it. There's about 1 millimetre. So what I'll do, I'll be able to see if I tap it with the hammer, you can bash the edge of the panel, and it will just cause the patch panel just to swell out very slightly. But once I've got the tacks on, I'll be able to sort of keep it reasonably sort of in shape. But the main thing is I just need to get some tacks on. So I'm not going to gossip anymore. Let me just excuse me. I'll see if I can stop talking and just get some work done for a change. Get everything to hand. Piece of filler wire. There we go. Just stab that in the cardboard there. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to. It usually takes about a minute to get the flame just right. Well, you see the flame jiggling about a little bit in the wind, but compared with what I've been struggling with, that's nothing. So ideally, because I'm working upside down, I need an even gentler flame. An even gentler flame than normal. If it was a horizontal weld, or if I were working vertically down, a lot of the heat would dissipate, but yeah, the heat will get trapped because I'm working upside down. So I'm trying to compensate. I'm trying to do a more delicate flame. But over a more delicate flame, the less pressure you have, the more likely it is to flop about in the wind. So let's see what I get away with. Just need to get another couple of tacks on. Here we go. It's just ever so awkward on your back, but I'm doing my best because I've got no protective gear on. I don't want to get any on my arms, on any sparks or spatter. Yeah, there's little bits of sparks and spatter. Let me get out of the way. It's because the flame's not quite right. I've turned it down more than would be usual, so it's very slow, but that's quite deliberate. There we go. There's one tack. See if I can get the paint on the inside of the sill's burning. That's okay. We can get away with that. There we go. It's a bit alarming because I can see flames on the inside of the sill. I've removed the seat inside the car, and the carpets immediately around this weld. That's better. I'll tell you what, this is much easier without the wind. And that second weld's no good. Now I'll take the glasses off. I'm lying away from it as far as I can. I don't want any potential spatter getting on my arms. It's very hot today, so in fact I'm going to go and fetch a hooded top because I'm going to get burnt. But anyway, I'm quite pleased. I am going to be able to weld today. This is good. That's good. Yep, that's okay. I'm happy with that. But I'm welding with bare arms, which is totally ridiculous. So I'm going to turn the camera off now. It's limited what you'll be able to see me doing. But let me just go and let me just pause the camera. Pop the microphone down. Pause the camera, and I'll go and get a hooded top to protect my arms.